Hey girls and boys, Mr. McAndrew, the math coach with you. Very excited to be with you as always. So this is a video that you don't have to watch if you understood the work yesterday, but if you want to check your answers or if you want some guidance on it, then this video is for you, okay? I'm going to go over the word problem and the conversion of feet to inches. So if you had any trouble with that, hopefully this will help, okay? All right, so here we go. So the word problem was about Amy the Giant and, oh, did you measure your bed in inches? How did that go? You probably, I'm guessing it was like maybe 70 or 80 something inches, something like that. So that's cool. And then this word problem was about Amy the Giant. Now it's a two-step word problem, right? Because what it tells you, so I drew a diagram here, it tells you that Amy, and this like rectangle represents how long Amy is, okay? Or how tall she is if she was like lying down on her bed, is 321 inches. All right, now we know that it says her bed is 95 inches longer than she is. So it doesn't mean her bed is 95 inches, it means longer. So in this diagram, you can see that the bed, which is this rectangle, I drew it longer, and I showed that this is 95. So it's 95 inches longer than Amy. Okay, so 95 represents this part, which is kind of like missing, or this part of the bed, right? So if Amy were laying on the bed, she would come right to here, and then all of this part would be the extra 95 inches. So the question is, altogether, how long is your bed and Amy the Giant's bed, right? So we need to figure out how long Amy the Giant's bed is, okay? So you can see that if we add 321 plus the 95 more inches, it'll get us, what does that end up being? 416. Okay? And then you would have to add that to the length of your bed. All right? And then you would get your answer. I don't know how long your bed is, so I can't tell you what your bed, I can't tell you the ultimate answer. But Amy's bed would be 416 inches. By the way, if you wanted to solve that in your head, 321 plus 95, what you could do is just do 321 plus 100 to get to 421 and then subtract 5 because you were only adding 95. So that's just another little, it's good to have little tricks and just not tricks, but like strategies. You're not always going to have a piece of paper and pencil when you're trying to add something. All right, so let's take a look at the feet to inches. All right, if you have any questions about that. So let's take a look. All right, so here, let me zoom in a little bit so you can see it. All right, so I think the first few ones, weren't too difficult, at least the first couple maybe. If a skyscraper and Antopolis were 3 feet tall, then how many inches would that be? You could have used your reference sheet here, right? So 3 feet is 36 inches because every foot is 12 inches. So 3 times 12, right, would get you to 36, okay? And if they have a road that's 10 feet long, that would be 10 times 12, right? You could think of this as 12 times 110, which will give you 12 tens, and 12 tens gives you 120, all right? Oftentimes we think of that as if you think of 12 times 1 is 12, and then you've got another 0 because that's in the tens place. Okay, so 120. Number 3 required more multiplication, right? So you had to do 23 times 12. So I used the area model, and I got 276. I did 20 times 10, 20 times 2, 10 times 3, and 2 times 3, and I added those up, and I got 276, okay? And then down here, these were a little bit more challenging. So he ran 5 feet and 4 inches, right? Ants actually run further than that, but I was just making stuff up. So you can see here I started to draw it out, right? So each of these feet, so this is 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot, 1 foot, is 12 inches. So you can see if I do 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12, right? Or 5 times 12, I'll get my answer. So that ends up giving me 60. Okay, but that's not the answer because he also did an extra 4 inches, right? So 60 plus 4 gives me 64 inches. Okay, makes sense? Right, because each foot is 12 inches. All right, and then this one, let's see, Annie the ant, she walked 4 feet 9 inches. So here's my 4 feet. Another way you could draw this is just to put the 12 inside of each foot, right? So if each of these rectangles is a foot, then there's 12 inches in each foot. So that's 12, 24, 36, 48. So 12 times 4 is 48. So we know this is 48. But she also went another 9 inches. So 48 plus 9, if I add 10, I get 58. Go back 1, I get 57 inches. Okay, 57 inches. Which some of you actually might be around that height, right? Some of you might be around there. Okay. And the last one, you'd have to, it depends on how tall you are, right? But it's the same idea. Okay? All right, boys and girls, I hope that was helpful, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.